Hello folks, so if you like this video, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. So if you've been watching my videos, you know that I'm unhappy with the job I have right now. Partially because I have a bad knee and this is a warehouse job and I have to stay on my feet all day and my knee gets sore. I'm taking steroids right now for it. Another one is I've had a lot of friction with some of my coworkers. And also, I need to make more money. This is just a warehouse job. I make a lot less than what I made from my previous jobs. So I've been on this job. It's getting kind of close to a year, and so now it's just time to go. So I've been sending out resumes. I started about 3 weeks ago, really sending out a lot. So I finally, and when I mean sending out resumes, I didn't just send out resumes to jobs I wanted, but I sent out resumes to jobs I didn't want because I just want an interview, so that I can practice interviewing in front of people, for the jobs I didn't want. So one of the jobs I didn't want was for a pest control place. And the reason why I didn't want it is because I'd be on my feet a long time each day, and it would be very active, and I don't know, I had an interview for a pest control position last year, and the actual interview went really well, even though I didn't get the job. And I thought, well, this would be a nice place to interview with, and get my feet wet again, with interviewing. So anyway, I applied for the position online, and I ended up getting an interview, and the job was clear across town. That I was not happy about, but I made time for it. And when I got to the place, I almost couldn't find it. I had to, my GPS was wrong, and it was really just hard to find, and I was almost late for the interview. But when I got to the place, the secretary sat me down, and I had 2 copies of my resume with me, and thank God I brought those. And she went and got the supervisor, and the supervisor came in, and as soon as he saw me, I could just tell he did not like me. And I think it was my age. And I'm guessing that he wasn't the one who really looked at my resume, because if he saw my resume, he would have known that I'd been employed for a long time with various places, and that I'd be an older person. But he just, he obviously didn't know that. So he called me into his room, and he didn't have a copy of my resume, so I gave him a copy, and we just kind of sat down, and he started asking me very generic questions, like, why do you want this job, and why do you want to leave the job you have now? And he asked me questions about what I did in the past, and basically we just went down my resume. And as we were doing it, he just seemed completely disinterested, and just seemed like, he was going through the motions. I don't think that he has had much people skills whatsoever, because he was so obvious about his interest in me, that he should have just told me to go home, because I knew that I wasn't going to get the job. But anyway, we went through my resume, and then his secretary came in, and she needed him to handle a customer complaint. So he left the room and didn't come back until 15 minutes later. And he didn't apologize or anything, or didn't really excuse himself. He just got up, did it, and came back. And when he came back, he just, acted even more disinterested. And we went through the end of my interview real quick. As soon as he came back, it was only 5 minutes later that the interview ended. And he just said, we'll let you know if we're interested. And that was sort of it. It was just it felt rude. He felt like he was being rude, but didn't have enough self-awareness to know how he was acting, I guess, or he wouldn't have acted that way. But I left that interview knowing that I wasn't going to get the job. And I kind of regret sending him my resume, because even though it was a practice interview for me and I didn't really want the job, it wasn't good practice, because he didn't ask me any tough questions. There were no star questions, which I was glad there was no star questions, but he didn't challenge me at all. He just basically let me know that, they weren't really interested in me. So it was a waste of time. When I got home, I did not send him a thank you email. I wrote a comment on their Google about what I thought of this, the person who interviewed me, because it kind of upset me. Because I wasn't going to get the job anyway, so why worry about it? But I also, when I got home, I decided to send out more resumes. It did, motivate me to do that. But I need more money, and I need to get out of this rut that I'm in. And I've been depressed, and staying at this job is just going to make me more depressed. And I need to do something to get me out of this funk. So I'm trying to motivate myself. I've also been talking to a lot of family members, and they've been family members and friends, and they've been helping me, motivate myself, to get myself going, to get myself moving again. I have a tendency to stay at jobs for a long time, and if I don't motivate myself, that's going to happen with this job. And this job, I don't make enough money, or it's going to take too many years to make enough money to really, save anything. And I'm old. I just had a birthday, and I'm now 56 years old. And, I should be retiring, not going through this stuff. So, I guess the interview was good in a way that it's helped me get out of this funk. It started me on the right path. But I can't stand having my time wasted like that. That guy should not have been interviewing anybody. He was older too, which is surprising. That he looked like he was in his 60s, and he should know better than to treat somebody like that on a job interview. Maybe he's had a lot of people apply for these jobs, and maybe that's why he acted the way he did. But I don't know. I mean, some people should not be in positions of power, and he was one of them. Anyway, thanks for listening to this, and I'll try to post more videos soon. Thank you. Bye.